Hey guys, it's Krady Kuzomari here, back with another video, and in this video today is going to be my review of the iPad Pro 2017 model, or iPad Pro 2. So, to start off with which one I have the 12.9 256 gig Space Gray model. I didn't go for the 500 and whatever one because it was, a little too expensive, and the 128 gig one that I had from the last generation was doing me just fine. I had only taken up maybe about 40 to, I think it was like 35 gigs of memory, and I had it for, like 6-7 months. And I mean, that's pretty good. And that was without me even cleaning up the system, because I hadn't cleaned it up, like moved files from my Dropbox and stuff like that. So unless you're doing some heavy file transferring, 500 gigs, you're not going to really need that one. 256 gigs, I think that's a safe mark. 64, don't even get that. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think you should get that one. 64, I mean, that's not too bad. Was it 64 or 62 gigs? I don't know. Anyways, no, I mean, it's not that bad, but I think if you're going to be getting an iPad Pro, you're expecting it to last a while, so you might as well get the mid version. And one thing that would suck is to have a powerhouse like this and then start running out of memory on it. Come on. Anyways, before we move on with the rest of the video, I did want to say that this is going to be my standard artist review of the iPad in general. I mentioned in my last video that I am going to be doing a benchmarking video as an artist. Benchmarking video as an artist. That is not this video. This video is going to be me going over everything as an artist, how I feel about it, but and the models and everything like that. But I hope you guys look forward to that benchmarking video showing me trying to push these apps on this iPad with the higher performance to its highest and see how well it performs against the previous generation. But let's get back to the rest of the video. So let me get into how I want to cover this, even though it's kind of not really necessary, but for anyone who doesn't have an iPad Pro even, I'll talk about this. So how it performs. The last generation iPad Pro was beast, and it performed great. So this one, yes, it does perform great. It handles everything great. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. There's no hiccups. It's just a monster when it comes to, if you're looking to do like watch videos and do social media and web browse, this is honestly overkill. It's going to destroy that thing and just stomp it. So it's more meant for like pro users who are going to be using heavier applications that are more, RAM intensive, and it really relies on all that power. So anyways, yeah, it performs great, smooth, silky, and let's get to the 120 refresh rate. So want to know what I think about it? I felt like it was super overhyped. Honestly, I saw these reviews and they were like, oh, I can notice it right away, and then there was just these people with their faces and changing, and they're really entertaining videos, don't get me wrong. I liked watching it. So, but when I opened it up and I went to play with it, and I was like, I thought to myself, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. And I went to do it and I was like, oh, this is underwhelming. But I really did see a difference when I went back to other devices. So no, I didn't see it right when I got to it, and I was like, holy crap, this is silky smooth, it seems like it's paper. No, it didn't feel like that to me. But like I said, you did see the difference when going back to another device. Like once you go 120 hertz, it feels like you can't go back. You can go back. Trust me, the other iPad Pro is really amazing. So, and then let's jump into kind of like the differences between all the models. So last generation we have 12.9 and 9.7, and then this generation we have 12.9, 10.5, and all of them got performance boosts. So I'm going to break it down like this. So I'm going to break it down with what they got between each model. And with the ones that are they both got them, I'm just going to break it down like that. So they both got 120 hertz of refresh rate, and then they both got true tone display. I'm not sure if this was on the last one, but they got, do they have the organic LED? I'm not sure. I don't pay attention to that stuff as much. But now let's jump into camera. They both got camera boosts. Why would that be important? I don't know, it depends how you use it. For me, my iPad Pro, I believe that, I'm just going to click on something here so that way we have something to look at. This is going to be a video I'm going to be uploading soon, once I finish it. It's kind of something I've been doing on the side here. But anyways, where was I? Camera. So, the cameras, for me, with my workflow, I might have to take a picture of some storyboards I'm doing, or something on my screen, and yes, you could do that with your phone, but for me, basically I have a Mac now, so if I need to put something in Dropbox, or I need to edit some photos or something, or just a mass amount of photos, I find it easier to do on my computer. So what I would do is I would take pictures of these storyboards or concept designs or something like that. If I had to do a mass amount of them and I had to send them all at once, I would take pictures of them, and then I would select them all, and then I would airdrop them. And airdrop is ridiculously fast, and I can't believe how fast it is between iPad and your Mac, or even iPad to iPad. It's crazy fast. Or iPad to iPhone. I don't have an iPhone, but it's crazy fast. So that's how I use the camera. I don't really use it for like scenery or selfie or anything like that. It's a bit strange, but whatever floats your boat. If you want it, you want it. But yeah, so they both got better cameras. And then let's talk about, so the iPad Pro 12.9 inch did not get much of an upgrade in RAM. You will see the most performance boosts in that one, since this is the older model. This is the first model that they came out with in the last generation. Then they came out with the 9.7 inch one. So I have to say, I'm going to get to the differences between the 12.7 and the 10.5 one now. So the 10.5 one compared to the 9.7, it has better RAM, which is important for power users and people who want, more performance and better, like stronger performance, better performance out of their iPad, and they're using for art or heavy workloads like that. That is a very good upgrade, because it was a mistake for them to make that one with lower RAM. But I almost feel like it was on purpose, because when it comes down to it, it's like, if they were going to, maybe they planned this, because if this one and the other iPad Pro, the 12.9 and the 9.7 of last generation, had the same amount of RAM, and then they made ones with the same amount of RAM and just some performance boosts, that and better camera, that would be underwhelming as hell. So, and the 9.7 inch was their best-selling model out of all of them. So who knows? Maybe they're just really good predictors, and they schemed on us. Well, not me. I got the 12.9. So, but yeah, that is the biggest boost I feel like out of all of it, is for the 9.7 users. Now, Now let me talk about if you should upgrade. So, and I'm going to dodge that question till the end. Why did I upgrade? I upgraded because I feel like these devices, the 2017 versions, newest models, I feel like these were specifically made for iOS 11. They came out, yes, with the, variation of the, iOS 10 point whatever. They came out with that, but these were specifically designed with this stronger and faster chip, the 10X whatever. Sorry, I'm not very techie like that. Wish I was. I like saying numbers. Anyways, get a bit sidetracked here. But yeah, I got it because I was future-proofing. I wanted to experience iOS 11 to its fullest, and I feel like iOS 11 is taking that step forward into the territory of starting to become a pro machine, because the operating system is becoming more customizable and also more like a desktop. And I'm going to be using this heavily for who knows how long now, because I got this in the beginning of its life cycle, this model and generation of it. I know I'm going to be keeping this for what, maybe another year or 9 months, or sorry, a year and a few months, or if they decide to wait it out 2 years to bring you something revolutionary with their next one. I could see them doing that, and so I thought about that, and I was like, since I'm getting into the beginning of its life cycle, and there's a chance that they might actually hold out longer than they did with these, I wanted to get it as soon as possible, and I want to future-proof for iOS 11. And I'm really excited for Procreate as an artist, because I feel like Procreate's been hyping up an update they're going to have. And the update is, they said it's the biggest update that they're going to get, and I really feel like they're trying to push. They're doing it in the fall, and they're obviously waiting for iOS 11, I feel. And yeah, that's how I feel. But yep, that's why I got it. Wanted faster performance, all that good stuff. The 120 refresh rate. I wanted the silky smooth everything, and I know I said I didn't notice it that much, which is true, but it is a difference when you go and look back at the other one. But it does not affect anything. The other iPad Pro, if you have it, it's still great if it's the 12.9 version and you don't really care about cameras. But if it's the 9.7, trust me, you're missing out, because the lower RAM is screwing you over. Anyways, so now let's get into should you upgrade. So 12.9 inch users, you're not going to see a huge performance boost. Performance, you're not going to see it already has it has the same amount of RAM, so you're not going to see bigger amount of layers in your stuff or anything like that. I mentioned layers because if you're an artist, layers are important. As for performance, you're not going to see a huge improvement unless you're using it heavily. And isn't enough to upgrade? I am on the fence. The reason why I upgraded, I told you. If you don't have the money for it, don't stress about it. You're not missing out on that much, honestly. Okay? Don't stress yourself out about trying to get the best, greatest, the latest version, because you might as well wait until the revolutionary one comes out. But if you feel like you really need to get this, it is not a bad upgrade, and you're not going to regret it. So I will say that. So that wraps it up for the 12.9 inch. Now the 9.7 versus the 10.5. So that one, I believe, is going to be that one's the breaker. If you have the 9.7, I would say upgrade. That one, you're going to see the biggest difference. You get regardless of if you get the 10.5 or the 9.7, Not yet. What? I accidentally said that wrong. Sorry guys. If you hear any popping, that's because it's 4th of July when I'm recording this. So, anyways, regardless if you go from the 9.7 to the 12.9 or the 10.5 of this generation, newest, regardless if you go to either models, you're going to see a performance boost in, having more RAM. You're going to see the applications having more layers. It has much tighter layer restrictions for Procreate and other apps, and kind of restricts you a little bit more because of its smaller amount of RAM. Also, it is the smallest screen size out of any of them now. If you want to go for 10.5 inch, I think that is great. Honestly, I would have gotten the 10.5 inch, but in my mind, I was saying to myself, I already have this one. I had the last generation, the 12.9, so I really felt like I should upgrade to this one, so that way I didn't regret a very big investment. Saying to myself, darn it, I should have got the bigger one because I'm just used to that. So that's why I upgraded to this one. If you have the 9.7, you're gaining a lot. You're gaining more screen, and you're gaining faster performance. You're gaining the 120 refresh rate. You're gaining a better camera, a true tone display. So you're getting a lot. I say 12.7, or no, I keep on tripping over my words. I say 9.7 users upgrade. It's really good upgrade. So, and let me just throw in a little bit more there. So the 10.5 inch, that isn't a huge difference from what I have here. In fact, the real estate of this screen, you're not going to be able to see this very well. Well, you see the edge here on this side, left side, and you see the edge here, and you kind of see, I wish I could show you this better, but let me do this a little bit. So if I open the screen size, when I draw, I'm going to pull this down. I use about, oh man, you cannot see this bottom part. I don't have my top light on because it creates a glare on the screen, but I use literally the 10.5 inch screen size on my iPad Pro. And you'd think, well, if you do that, why don't you get the new one? I already told you why. But another big reason is having your hand being able to rest on a certain part of the screen is really nice. So if I was drawing in this form factor, my hand might be hanging off a portion of the screen, and that's a bit uncomfortable. So, yeah. But if you're used to that, if you're used to the smaller size, heck yeah, 10.5 is awesome. It's a beast. It's the same as this one, unlike the last generation. Actually had some differences. So, you heard about that. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope this helped you out, and I hope it, pushed you in the direction you wanted to go, what you were looking for, why you clicked on this video. Alrighty guys, that's all I got for this video. So, if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs button. And if this is your first time to this channel and you like what you're seeing, you want to see more, also check out my art videos because this isn't really an art video. But please subscribe, hit that bell button, and like always guys, I'll see you next time.